I love to hear the lady in the box. Ah, nice. Sporting the NFC least today, I see. Well done. You're muted.
All right,
Yeah.
let's try that again.
There you go. All right. So what was your
Somebody's
smartest
got to
comment?
support him. Yeah, somebody has to support him.
Well done. Well done.
I bought this jersey like, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or 12 years ago. I don't know. It was like his second year in the league. Deshaun Jackson went nuts and actually ended up winning that league that year because of him.
Not
So
too shabby. All
that's
right.
why I bought it.
I have our special guest. I've got the invitation over there staged. I think I'm sharing. Yep, we've got that
Yeah, you're
up.
sharing.
We can hear, we can see. All right, my man. Good to see you. Good to talk to you, as always.
Absolutely.
Oh, excuse me. Let me just jump right into it. I'm going to move our camera, my camera, I should say, and I'm going to play some music. I like that. That never gets old for me. It never gets old.
No,
All
I
right.
agree.
Get on out of here. Let's jump right into it. We're running a little behind. My fault, my friend. Apologies.
That's
But
good.
the summary after week 7, just to remind everybody where we were coming into week 8. The good to garbage. Vicerion had come up with a 2-win streak. Team Bacon had gotten issued the dreaded black spot, so the Pirates were after him. And this is where we were. I still was marginally hanging on to the field goal range there to get into the playoffs. So anything you want to go over here? This was everybody's reminder.
No, I don't think so.
Beautiful. Bumping right into it. The 2020 Fantasy Football League COVID edition Week 8 matchup breakdowns. We're going to get right on into it. First up, my man, this was your game. You eked by the Skeletor Martinis, a 4.26 point differential.
Yeah.
You almost gave it up, but the nipples were lubed up nicely that he
Yes.
slid right off of you. This was a good
He
game.
slid right off of me. It's a spin move. When he comes at me, I just spin move. Olay. Can't you
Woo!
see that guy doing a spin move? I can see it.
This was one of the things that I looked at that, especially with such a close point differential, I always lean over to the bench to see, what could have been there. And honestly, he had Philly's defense in at 21 and Indy's for 15, but he had nothing else. He squeezed every drop that he could out of
Right.
that, it's
And it
great.
worked. It almost worked for him.
Yeah.
If Mike Evans had done a little bit better, I would have been in the losing side of that one.
Yeah, but
Got to get
well
lucky.
done. Your streak maintains, and you just keep climbing up. Well done. All right, anything you want to go over here?
Uh, no. Hopefully, Aaron Rodgers ends up getting on my team this week. But
I thought I
you
saw
saw
that
that.
trade already go through. Yeah, this
Well,
was one of those
I don't
that
know.
I
I don't have him on my team yet. Let's just put it that way.
got it. With a 20 point, to 12. This is always, interesting and where my eyes go to at first. But other than that, well done. You survive to bump up another win.
Yeah.
Next, this is you. Go for it.
All right. Get these hands squeaking by. These are the lucky wins right here, where your opponent scores less than 60 and you still get the win. I
Yeah.
mean, that is that whole angle of it's better. It's not how good your team does, it's how bad their team does that
Right.
determines a lot of times. So, I
And
mean, this was
and
just an overall shit show all together. And, you know, -3 at defense always helps out. If you're playing against that, that
you're
always
playing
helps.
against it. This is a 2 points combined right
Right.
here. 2 to 16. What are you gonna do?
I just love the irony that Cam Newton scores more points than Lamar Jackson this week.
Oh,
Just to
yeah.
confuse his ass more.
You know, It's one of those things. Lamar, he started off very well. It's just like gloves, He's a better player than that. He's got a better,
Club.
but he's not performing. So I don't know what's going on there. But 2 interceptions isn't going to help him at all either. So
No.
yeah. All right,
Yep.
six
It was
point
just
nine
a lucky
four.
win.
Yeah.
Lucky win. That's all you got. Anyone, what is it? And we could go all the way. Yes, that is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah. Next, we got our league leader, Team Money, kiss on the helmet up against the Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper, hold my bleaches, and
Right.
Javi's streak
Clorox,
ended.
sponsored by Clorox. You got to say
There it
that.
is. It is sponsored by Clorox. His streak got momentarily interrupted with a 19.88 point differential. But even with 85, this is one of those things where he's been very strong all year long. Uh, this doesn't necessarily reflect it. You're getting your defense gets -2 again. That really hurts you. But also a combined of 3 over here defense kicker isn't going to get you up on 12. So
Right.
there's a bit of a back and forth in here, but it is what it is. So
You're right.
yeah,
Even though that's not the team we're looking at, it is what it is.
it is what it is. Where did we go there?
I mean, this was kind of a mess too, if you really look at it. I
it
mean,
it hurts when you got players getting 3.8, 2.1, Brown, he's been
John
so
Brown,
much better
yeah.
than that, and so I believe me, I live in this zone right now. I'm experienced this week to week to
You
week, and
specialize in those players.
I legitimately have empathy for him. So, whoo, I feel for him. We're gonna bump right on over there. Here it is, Team Poppy
Poppy.
against gloves. Poppy again. He's insane at some of these. He's got Metcalf on 30. Kamaro's got a good 15. Breeze on almost 20, and so he can overcome this 8 points to 21 over here. Uh, you know, Getting a
Yeah.
0 in there, getting a 2.4, 5.2 even through Landry. That's not going to do it against 104 on the other side of the fence. So
Yeah, I mean, he moves as the New Orleans Saints move. So
yeah.
if they shit the bed one week, Team Poppy is probably going to be shitting the bed that week. So
Exactly. So they haven't had their bye yet. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the poop to fall on
I
Poppy's.
hope it's the week I play against them. That's all I'm going to
That's about right. So good luck to him. But here's Kittle. I mean, he got injured in this game,
Yeah,
right?
he's done. He's done for the whole season.
For the season.
Yeah, he's out. He's gone.
Ooh, good.
8 weeks because
Glad I didn't.
there's already talk about Jordan Reed coming in now.
Wait a minute. Who is
You need a tight end?
yeah, I was about to say who is his backup over here? Let me get
Jordan
on the
Reed.
app. I'm putting it down. But does somebody have him?
I think he's available right now.
Shut up.
I'm not joking.
Now that we're saying that, and I
I
can't. I
mean,
can't.
anybody who might be listening into this call just picked him
Yeah.
up. So you move too slow, Brian. You got to
Let me
pick it
see.
up.
Players.
High
You
knees,
keep
buddy. High
talking.
knees.
I'm gonna look it up there.
Yeah,
Reed.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh, he's on injured reserve. So who's behind him?
no. He's coming off injured reserve. He got hurt like week 1 or some shit like that.
But they're calling him.
I
They're
mean, I'm
projecting him
sure
to get 5 points.
Captain Cheese Sandwich is probably behind him. I'm just saying that.
I don't know.
I mean,
All
dude,
right.
you go your way. I'm just telling you. I dropped Hayden Hurst today.
Hmm.
So, because I'm going with Goddard, but then I realized Goddard's on a bye this week. So, whoops. So, yeah, I had to make some adjustments, but
He was limited in practice. That was yesterday.
Jordan Reed lives on the injured list. Like,
Yeah.
that's his career.
Man, but see, I think I would be the kiss of death for him. Until
Maybe.
then, Ross Dwelly is the primary tight end of San Francisco. Ross Dwelly. Huh?
I mean, remember, Garoppolo's not throwing the ball. So Nick Mullins will be the one throwing the ball. I assume that's who their quarterback will be, is Nick Mullins.
And Ross Dwelly is projected at 2.6 points.
So unless
So
Ross Dwelly and Nick Mullins are butt buddies, I don't think it's going to make a damn bit of difference. Like,
Woo! There we go. All right, so
get
moving
this thing
on.
started.
now that we have literally ironed out George Kittle and his replacements, man, oh man, well done, Team Poppy, 104.7, a 21.16 differential against Gloves McGee.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Metcalf is going to be, yeah, losing Kittle though for him, that's a big deal because, that was one of his pieces where you're like, man, with a great tight end like that, anything's possible in the playoffs. But
yeah.
now he's not coming back.
Well, now he does because you said it. Maybe this would have been one of those things where, maybe we don't need to give out so much information in these calls, because I hit the 400 mark, to this week. So I need all the
You're saying, let's not help Poppy.
help.
I mean, nobody wants to watch the show if they don't get some assistance, right?
Yeah, that's true, but I don't think he needs our help. But yeah, that's all right. Yeah, we'll
I
move
mean,
right on along.
Gloves McG might make the playoffs as the 8th seed. I don't want to play against them. Luckily, one of these other ass kissers at the top,
Wait,
D Money or
how many
whatever,
weeks do we have to go? Because
6,
I swear,
9,
okay,
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, I think. So
all
6
right.
weeks, including this one. And then 15, 16, 17. I don't know. Do we go one
I
week
don't.
early?
This
So we
says
either have 6 or 5, 5 or 6.
5 or 6, including 9. I think it's 5 because this has us
Okay.
going to,
Week
hold on,
13 is the end.
catch up with it. There it is. Yeah, week 13. You see it?
Okay. So week
So
13 is the regular season. So we have 5 weeks left. If I haven't looked at the actual breakdown because that's what you really need to do is look at who he plays. If he plays, look, it's not going to take him to do anything. If he gets out of bed, he's going to
mhm,
beat Bacon, uh,
beat ballers.
Bleach, he'll be right there.
We'll see. He's
So
1-7 right now with 5 to go. So we'll see how
if
the
he
rest of
wins
it
them
shakes
all,
out.
I'm just saying if he wins
No, no,
all
no,
5,
no, no, no. I'm not
if he
gonna.
wins all 5, he could get in.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
say
gonna go. Like I'm saying. I'm not going to bring that karma down on me. I'm not gonna poo on anybody else. We're pulling for your gloves. Get your proctology ready and
it.
this is that. Right here,
Moon River.
I love a good Fletch reference. Nicely
Of
done.
course, you
All
have
right.
to.
24.04 point differential where the tipsy bench warmers stumble to Centerville. Hello.
Yeah.
115.52. Honestly, and we talked about this Monday night because you were kind enough to open up a chair by your fire, and so we socially distanced outside, but we're watching some of the game over there, and I thought I had a chance if Tampa Bay's defense would have just been Tampa Bay's defense. But what in the hell happened?
I
And who
mean,
saw that from the Giants in the NFC least to just what? So yeah,
yeah.
once that
I'll
happened,
just say in this league, 6 points is like a pretty good week for a defense.
uh,
I mean, I think the average is probably around, I should do the math on that. The average is probably like 2 or 3 points a week for
yeah.
defenses.
Well,
It's really
I
not
could give you
good.
the average because most of the time there are at least 3 people who get a negative number on defense.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
So
So
yeah.
when I pick a defense, I'd never pick a defense that I think is going to get a negative. That's the first thing I do because I'm like,
Right.
hell, if they get a negative, it would have been better if I didn't play somebody.
Right.
So
Right. And who said no? It was who said that? It was somebody on the text string that said that they left it
yeah,
empty because they
yeah,
did. It was I think it was Danny said he
might have
left it
been. Yeah,
empty
yeah, yeah. It
because
was Danny.
he
Well,
didn't
it's
want to
because he had
risk.
already won. He had
Right.
already won, so that's
But
why.
he didn't want to risk a negative number there. Now, maybe he was just yanking my chain, but I was like, holy crap, I have never had a team like that next level to where I'm like lining that up. So good for him. But yeah, this was you know, Durwood, nicely done, well deserved, and yet it's like hilarious. Get 3.1. What the hell, man?
Yeah,
This kind of stuff I was forced to play Burke
Burkhead.
because the rest of my
Did you buy that guy's jersey yet or what? Because you've been
yeah
playing him an awful lot this
I,
week.
I he had one like phenomenal. I think it was week 4. He got 28 points. So I've just been gambling that Bill Belichick is going to wake up and have some sort of magic moment. But apparently, at least by the way the Patriots are playing, Tom Brady was magic for him. And
Well, I'm
yeah,
just going to tell you, I'll help you out since we're helping everybody else out. That whatever that Damian Harris, I think, is their running back now.
Hmm.
That guy is carrying all the load.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
you can pretty much drop Burkhead unless
yeah.
Damian Harris gets hurt. Or it's a Tuesday and so in December and Belichick decides, hey, we need a white guy to run the ball today, and he just gives it to Burkhead. Because I don't know what else, what other reason is he using to
Mm-mm.
run some of these guys? Because he
No,
never was giving it to Sonny Mitchell.
yeah. I
Yeah,
c- I
whatever.
could I could promise you that I've already edited and he's not on my lineup,
Okay,
for this coming up week. So yeah, you won't see that again, at least
good.
not this week. So, but deservedly I fell. So what did that's
I mean, but
24.4.
yeah, that was just a tough game because he scores 115, you score 91. We've just gone over this. 91 would have won the last four matchups or some shit.
Oh yeah.
You would have
Oh
beat D Money with that score. You would have beat
yeah.
a bunch of chumps and a
Uh,
couple other people that didn't deserve wins. So
I know on this week. So it's a respectable score, but it was unfortunate for this matchup, and it goes to
yes,
what we said here. But it all depends on how they play on the other side of the thing. Leading
right.
into that, did this go yet? Did I click it? I don't want to go too far.
No,
There,
not yet. There you go. The
52.16
stinker.
to 22. I literally was talking to Tim today, and he said that. He said that. He said it's like you guys say. It's not how bad you play. It's how bad the other team is on the other
Yeah.
side. So 52.16. That shouldn't be getting you a win,
No
but
shit.
I I I think it's one of these things to where
Well, I
did
played Gavin this week, so I'm just telling you now. If he shows up and puts up like 92 and beats me, I'm gonna be pissed off. That's all I'm saying.
then it was his ploy all along. Yeah,
Yes.
excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, oh, he's like, I better straighten my lineup. And then he looks, oh damn, I'm playing against Tim. I'll just leave it. I got a defense on a bye. I've got no
an,
quarterback for
an
two
empty
weeks in a row.
quarterback. Yeah, yeah.
And
And
see,
that's
Christian
one of
McCaffrey's gonna play this week. So guess who's playing against Christian McCaffrey this week?
I don't
This
know. He was
this guy.
he was still marked on IR as far as this morning
No,
goes.
he's
So
he's practicing already. He's gonna play.
you think?
Yes, because if
All
they have
right.
any chance to do anything, which is slim for them, they
Yeah.
need to win now.
Yeah.
So they're not
There-
winning without Christian McCaffrey. I think
No, no, no,
that's
not at all. But this was one of those things where I did go back and at least on those 2 points right there, I looked at quarterback and I looked at Houston as the defense, quarterback being empty, and I went back to this is week 8. I went back to week 7's lineup, right, and scrolled through, and those two things were exactly the same. The quarterback was empty, and Houston was the defense. So I don't know. I didn't look at all the rest of the line, but I know those things didn't move from week to week. So
an
I
FYI for those of you who aren't up on the defenses and what they're doing. Houston's not a good defense this year. So if he's
no,
playing Houston 2 weeks in a row, even on their bye, it's
yeah,
not like it's Baltimore. He doesn't want to drop them or some crap like that.
yeah,
We're talking a garbage defense you could drop any week.
yeah.
I mean, they have their week. I'm not going to say they're just trash, but they're not
I,
good.
I don't know. I don't know that the word is getting through, and I don't think he's watching these because
He's clearly
yeah,
not.
this is yeah, yeah. That's just not gonna get it. So, but well done, Tim. His streak continues. The Tim the Almighty, as they say.
Yeah,
And
Tim the
Kevin rolled
Almighty.
over for Tim. So
Bend the knee, brothers.
coming out of that is the largest point differential of this week's with the
The
spread of
flaming panda ate another pig.
44.94 is the now that's not even the greatest or the most, but it is the biggest spread for this week. And Team Bacon had fell to the Flaming Pandas.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me
Well, I mean, if, you know how what I don't know what world where you think Danucci is going to be gangbusters or something like. You know who Danucci is? That's the Dallas Cowboys starting or was their starting quarterback.
he was like the fourth string. Is this
He's their third string. Was their
okay?
third string. Now they're. I don't know if they've dropped him or if they just said go home. We don't want to see you. But he played so poorly against the Eagles that they're already looking at two other guys that I think live next door to me here, and they've never played football before. But
Yeah,
Um,
their coach is gonna put pads on and go out
yeah,
there.
they throw fish at the market, so they figure, you know what, this is close enough. Close enough for Dallas anyway.
They're going to do a raffle. They're going to say, all right, those of you in section G, subsection N4, seat 3, you can play quarterback for the.
This is insanity, is what I
Yeah,
see here.
yeah.
But
Well, you
hey, it
know,
is what it is, right?
yeah, and it's one of those things. I know how much you love the Dallas Cowboys.
I really do love them.
But I do not believe that they are in any kind of risk to
Ever win again?
yeah. Yeah. So here, hold on. Let me text our boy there just to make sure. Say emailed the link.
Yeah, there's Damian Harris right there playing for Flaming Pandas.
Now, and this was
Does
one of
that
those
look like
things.
a shrimp's back? I know you said flaming early, so like I always
Well,
saw fire,
it
but
was it
it kind of
was
looked like a shrimp, or
this was
I
the,
don't know
the
what that is.
ethereal kung fu. You know, the end of
Right, right.
yeah,
Enter the Dragon, or not Enter the
yeah,
Dragon.
yeah. You know what I'm
Jesus
saying.
Christ, what is that movie?
I know. You know it. You know it. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Why can't I think of it? It's like
The whole ethereal Kung Fu Panda type of thing. Because the panda there, then I start thinking of Poe of Kung Fu Panda, and
with Bruce Leroy, right?
show enough.
Who's the baddest? Show enough.
Yeah.
The Last Dragon,
The Last Dragon. There you go.
which is a great movie, by the way, if you
It
haven't seen
is.
it.
That is a great '80s movie. It sure
Oh my
enough
God.
is.
No, it's just a great movie, period. Yes, 80s makes it even better because you get all the characters. I mean, yeah, if you even kind of like the 80s, you need to check that movie out if you haven't.
Oh yeah.
But anyway,
Um.
I
Let me.
see a
Oh,
shrimp when I'm looking at it now.
you see the
Like, you know
shrimp?
how a shrimp, like a crustacean back, where it's like kink,
Yeah,
kink, kink,
yeah,
kink, kink,
yeah,
kink.
yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe. All right,
I don't know.
we're pulling your boy on in here. Let's see
All
what we
right.
got there. We're discussing the I don't know, he could probably hear us, but there he goes.
Hey,
There he goes.
the
All right. So
beard.
what is it to you, this right here? What do you see here? You
Oh
see the
wow.
smile?
I don't know. My first thought is like Kung Fu Panda or something. I don't
There, yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, that's where we were. So,
You need
all
to
right.
ask Mary Jane where she got that picture or whatever.
It's
Because
one of
that's
those
not a
stock ones.
default, is it?
You
Oh,
know,
is it?
no, it's not a default, but it's one of the stock ones. You could scroll through. There's a whole library that you can kind of sort through.
Oh,
But the
interesting.
default is this one right here. Is
Yeah, the shit one. Yeah.
the blank, the
Break his
pale,
kneecaps. Got it.
the Children of the Corn football shield. I don't even know what this is. So just
yeah, he could at least find like a piece of bacon or something to use
There
as
you go.
a little
So
pig.
easy.
I sent you guys a picture of the pig in the thong walking. He could have screen captured that and put it up there.
That would have been awesome.
All right. Well, really quick, Durwood, I want to give you the chance to go back and look at your. Where did we go there? If you wanted to cover any of this, this was your illustrious victory and your phenomenal matchup there of destroying the tipsy bench warmers as you work with getting your the halo off there. There you go.
Yeah, I was trying to get rid of the light in front of me. When I tried to let light in the front, it was like shining off my dome, and you couldn't see anything.
You got a powder and a powder. That's it. Yeah. I have to kill all the lights.
Yeah, you look at this score, and I think the Dalvin Cook pickup speaks for itself, right?
Well, here's the thing, like the behind the scenes thing. I lost in my other league. Is it this one? Because was it? Did I lose on the other league for this? Dalvin Cook I was up against in the other league
No,
as
you
well.
beat me. I had
Yeah,
Dalvin Cook.
but you had Dalvin Cook. I was up
Yeah.
against him in both leagues, and all I kept thinking was, "Holy crap!" And
That's
I don't want
horrible
to.
luck, Brian.
It's very 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 bad. And
I'm gonna check your lineup in the other league and just pick all the guys that are against you.
I want to celebrate, his victory. He was a Seminole, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things. So well done. We're going to come out of that. We're going to get back to that a little bit better, but we're coming out and We're gonna do. We'll switch this up. I'll do the bests there.
Okay.
Week 2. This was the previous high. The previous record of individual performance was it's with A Jones 42.6. The new highest individual performance for the week goes to, now on my screen you're way over there, but goes to our special guest Centerville. Hello, with Dalvin Cook 47.6.
I'll figure it out.
There you go. It's that way. There we go. Way over there. So okay, you gotta tell me really quick a little bit about the name. Because hello is all capitalized. Is it just because Centerville's so far away that we have to yell? Or
You know, I honestly did not put that much thought into it. I decided the DVDA had run its course and that it was time to switch it up.
Okay.
And we were right up against the draft, and I was like, what the hell am I going to put? And I don't know why hello came out, but it did.
There you go.
There's not a good story for it, so sorry.
Okay.
No, that's all good.
Star in there. That's important.
You clarified it. It replaced the 4 cucumbers. So that was just that. Yeah, there you go.
I was trying to scare a bunch of cats. That's all that was.
All right. Well done. And there is a new record for the individual performance of the week. 47.6 points with our man Dalvin Cook. All right, moving on. We'll do the worst.
Speaking of the past highest performer, oh man, in my money league, my other league, I knew for a week that Aaron Jones wasn't going to play, but I failed to take him out of my lineup, and it cost me big time in my money league.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like degenerate gamblers and everything. Poppy's on there talking about his money league. You're talking about losing money. Golly, you guys are taking that serious. But
and it's Pope, right?
Yeah.
Patrick Overton P.
Yeah. We just keep doing it.
If you go back and watch the first couple episodes, we talk about Brian just one day just says Poppy, and I'm just laughing so hard about it because I know what he meant. I know it was Pope, and I know. But I just thought it was hilarious. I don't know. So
he wasn't on last week. He was on the week before, and he tried to set it straight again, and I let him know. I knew
it's Poppy from now on. I mean,
it is Poppy from now on, though. It's not going away. So just
I
like
agree
Gloves McGee here. So
here he is.
You want to do these two, and I'll let Ash do the poops. Durwood, you want to go?
What's that? Sorry.
You take the next two slides.
All right. Well, McGinnis here, lowest individual position performance of the season, -8. Wow, the defense really shit the sheets in that one. Huh?
That was the record.
Yeah, I was hunting all weekend, so I'll admit that I didn't pay the most attention to what other people were doing in the league. So,
sure.
Yeah, but yeah. So James was the previous holder. Hold on.
The record holder.
No, he's the overall.
Holder.
He's not getting upset this week.
So he set the shit sheeting mark, right? The shit sheet
early.
Mark, right? It was he sharded all over the place. So we're just trying to see.
Yeah, they just burned the whole house down. After that, they just burned the whole house down.
Okay, so week 8, it is what it is, or however you say it, Brian. No, it's what it's. You say it like you have to rest. I say it how I think you meant it, but. -3 points from the 49ers defense. Rob, way to stay on the board there.
There you go.
Yeah. Why can't I get more people doing that against me? That's great.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to move right on into going into this week. Ash, you take this there.
All right. The current record for the worst team performance of the season is the crustacean pandas or whatever. And the poo on top of the crustacean. You like that poo?
Got such a splat. I got to figure out.
Isn't that an awesome sound? You don't know how long I spent finding that perfect splat noise. Well, that would just sound like a turd falling on something, like a wet turd falling on something.
You still have to send me the file so I could dub it in on the processing because
you're right.
And it is nightmarish.
It's perfect, isn't it?
There's smell to the sound, I gotta tell you. So
there's smell to the sound.
It's just bad. All right, it's perfect. It is perfect. All right, that was the record coming out of there.
We knew he was back. He'd come back, that bastard. Picking it up with no quarterback and a defense on the bye. 22.2 points. half what Dalvin Cook scored this week.
Oh man.
Oh Jesus, that's just.
Well,
How long until we just go take him and throw him into the lake or some shit like that? We all show up at his house and just with masks on and shit and throw his ass into the lake.
we said it before when Mariano started this at like 50 whatever it was, we thought no one's going to break that, and every
God.
single week
I'm going to say
goes
it
further
again.
down.
Nobody's going to break this.
Nobody's going to beat
It's just so low. I'm like, I could 30, I could believe it, but geez, 22. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, let me put it this way. If somebody does beat it, it's going to be him. That's what I'll say now. Because if he gets enough injuries or guys on a bye in the same lineup, he's not going to fix it. So that'll be it.
It's going to be interesting. We'll see. Yeah, because the quarterback is still empty. So, yeah. I don't even know.
Your little turd image here does remind me of a funny story. When Alan Hart used to still work for the department, and he had this old Jeep that he was kind of doing some minor restoration to or whatever, but he didn't have the top on it when it was out in the parking lot. So I decided I was going to play a prank on him one day, and I bought the most real looking fake poop from Amazon and put it on the seat of his truck one morning when I was walking in. And he said he literally had to poke it with a stick to make sure that it wasn't real.
Wow. That is awesome.
Oh, that's so good.
That is
that's good. Nasty good. Because it's not out of the realm of possibilities for a hobo to wander over from Cascades Park and just drop one in an open vehicle. So
it doesn't have to be a hobo; it could be a college kid too. Let's not forget,
Oh man! All right. Well, getting out of the new and current and remaining record of lowest performance. That is just shitty.
Literally.
The record for the best performance of the season is still or was D Money, and is D Money 154.68. And for week 8, best performance of the week, our guest, Centerville, Florida. Hello, 115.52. Well done, my friend. Well done. You took over 2 different records this week. Any words of knowledge, words of wisdom, anything you want to partake in part, or just shit on somebody?
Yeah, I'm not gonna shit on anybody. I think there's been a couple of wins that I got that I really got lucky with. Even the weekend that I played Mary Jane a few weeks ago, there was only like 3 people in the entire league that I outscored, and one of them just happened to be who I was playing against that week. So I know my record is probably a little better than my team, but I've been trying to do the best I can to manage the waivers and manage buys, because it's tough in this league. There's not a lot of options out there when you gotta try to make some mid-season changes. But as you can see from what Carson did, there's no reason why I should have to rely on one person to score 47 points to win. But when your quarterback kind of decides to throw 3 or 4 interceptions and only gets less than 10 points, then makes it tough.
Yeah. But like and that's part of the game. It's heartbreaking at a lot of times, depending on what side of the fence you're on. But it's not about how good or bad you do. It's how good or bad the person does on the other side. So well done.
Oh,
yeah. So I mean, Jimmy's sitting there on 1-7, and he's outscored the majority of people all the way through. So. And keep waiting for that to kind of change, the tides to shift there. Coming out of here, Ash, I'm going to give you these because you were trying to explain it to me before, and to tell you the truth, I only followed half of it. So, but
the NFC least, it's the worst division, and I believe right now this will be the worst division ever in the history of the NFL. So what I'm saying by that is the team that makes the playoff that automatically gets a home game will have the worst record, which is 7-9, I believe, or maybe it was 7-8-1. I can't remember, but I believe that between these 4 teams, whoever wins it, which I know it's not going to be the Cowboys, but whichever of the other 3 teams that wins it, that team will have less than 7 wins.
Wow.
So go ahead, go forward with the little pieces there. That's their combined total, 8-22-1. We all can add. That's not a big deal. This week, Washington gets, to play somebody they might be able to beat, and vice versa for the Giants. Eagles, they're not going anywhere. So, and the Steelers are going to give the Cowboys an ass beating like I don't think they've ever seen before.
Yeah.
Not this year anyway.
Mm-mm.
But go ahead and go to the next slide. All right. So what I did this week, a little different, was I took the records from all the teams against teams that are outside their conference. So instead of saying, oh, well, the Eagles have 3 wins, but only one of them is against a team not in their conference. So
Got it.
if you look at these records now, it paints a whole different picture as to how bad this division is. I mean, the Cowboys have 1 win. I think it was they won 40-39 against the Falcons or some shit, which we all know the Falcons are like the ultimate losers. After the Super Bowl where they gave up to the Patriots, where they choked that one out.
Yeah.
I mean, they just keep doing it like every week. It's like, here we go. They're going to lose again.
But this was when Dak was healthy, right?
Yeah, that was when he was
Yeah.
still healthy.
Yeah.
I mean, their
I
offensive
get it.
line was destroyed at the beginning of the season. So I think nobody really talked about that enough. So they were going to be shitty this year anyway, but they were going to be at least better with him because he can run around. They keep putting these, Harvard graduates and shit back there trying to play quarterback behind this offensive line that crumbles. I mean, that's not going to do you any good. I've never seen this kind of pressure before. I mean, it's just not going to happen. There's nothing good's going to come out of that. So, yeah,
Now,
I mean, it's going to be fun to watch. Like every
this-
week, we're going to have some kind of slide watching how close they are to setting a record.
I definitely like
A
this.
shameful record.
You had to, shameful record. You had to paint the picture for me, and I finally clued in. Actually, what it was is I wasn't doing 2 things at once, and my mind could actually focus on something. I understand, and this is impressive now. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done, you. Poorly done, NFC least. You guys. All right, coming out of that.
Anytime I get a chance to stomp on the Cowboys, I will. So.
Oh, I know this. Yes. The undefeated watch continues. So Mercury Morris is out there somewhere waiting for Big Ben to fall. The Steelers are the only undefeated team in the league. Teams on the bye this week are the Rams, the Bengals, the Eagles, and the Browns. We just kind of mentioned. I'm trying to think of the other than Kittle, the notables going out that are not COVID related.
All right. I got this for you. So Christian McCaffrey should be back this week. So you're gonna have to follow that. No, you're gonna have to follow that. He could have played last week if they were gonna play on Sunday. This is what I read.
Mhm.
He would have played on Sunday last week, but because they played on Thursday, they kept him out because they want to err on the side of him playing the rest of his career there.
Right.
So I would pay attention to that, but my guess is he's gonna play. Everything I've read says he's gonna play. So that's a big one for Gavin. Not that he's playing against me, so not that I really want him to make a change, but of course he's going to against me and beat me probably, but
You got to think though, even if he comes back, he's not going to come back where they give him the majority of the snaps. They're going to ease him in.
I don't know. He takes 1 carry and goes the whole distance. They're like, give this fucker the ball, then the rest of the game. Like
This is true.
Let's be real here. But so Chris Godwin was seen on the sideline with a cast on his hand. So who knows what's going to happen there? It's probably likely that he will not play this week, which we all know but on the other side, Antonio Brown is going to start this week. So that is be an interesting thing to watch in the Tampa Bay game.
Mhm.
I also see that the left tackle, Russell Okung for Carolina, is supposed to be back. So he's a full participant, which if you remember him, he was like a top tier guy. So that plus McCaffrey in the same week, who knows? Just pay attention. And also the Steelers got a guard back this week. So that was a big deal. He's been out since week 1. So, but Roethlisberger may not have to run around so poorly, but
As much.
yeah, as much. You saw the 49ers had a COVID test go negative on them, so they closed the whole shop down today because their game is tomorrow against Green Bay.
Mhm.
So it's so far that game's still on, as far as I know. I haven't seen anything that says it isn't. Have you seen anything?
No,
Either one of you
they
guys?
haven't come out and said anything.
Okay.
Matthew Stafford was breaking news, was just placed on the COVID list. So
Okay.
that's the Lions lost their starter.
So the Lions are shit. Take all those guys out.
Yeah, the 49ers closed their facility. but it's, oh shoot. See, now I just clicked on the link and now I gotta wait for there it goes. I gotta wait for the story to come up. But yeah. Well, coming out of that, I don't want to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
Um, the going at the summary after week 8, the breakdown from powerful to poo. Here's here's where we go, and Centerville, hello, right up there, tied for the top spot with D Money, Poppy and Nightmare and Suspender Nipples right there, all battling right behind them, and then the 500 Club. It's what it's Tipsy Benchwarmers and Get These Hands. So I keep just falling. I'm still within field goal range, but I'm just getting really close to that line. And I
So
hope
I added the averages of for and against, so you could see like Gavin is averaging 64 points a week. Now, obviously, he scored 22 this week, so that tells you that he's had some weeks where he's respectable. So we don't need to throw him in the lake every week, just this one. But if you look at this, it's really interesting to see how few a points some people have. Like, look at Skeletor Martini's there, best year ever. 102 points is average. That's what is being scored against him on average.
Yeah.
So the fact that he's 3-5 is not telling you the full story that his team is actually good. It's respectable, if not good. And he's getting beat up on like somebody hates his ass in the football gods hate him or something.
Yeah,
So,
this heat map, that's pretty cool, because I was actually looking at that while you were talking a minute ago, because I was curious how the points for and points against were shaken out for the year, because I don't know how many times in my other league, I would finish respectively, but I would always end up with the most points against by a long shot. And everyone else like, how do I always get so lucky that everyone has their best games against me? So,
Well, yeah, even now you have like out of the top 4 teams, you have the most points scored against you. So, you look at it that way, 5 teams really, because you're higher than me too there. So, yeah, I mean, but yeah, the guys at the bottom obviously have more points scored against them in general. Of course, we have a couple minnows on this league. Well, I'll call them people that just flat out don't even fucking give a shit. Week to week, they're drinking a beer, and then maybe if they're lucky enough and their friend says something, they'll check their fantasy lineup. Otherwise, it's just it's sharks and minnows in this league. I think you got the bottom four teams, which I'll give McGinnis some credit. I mean, look at McGinnis's points against and points for relative to the teams around him.
Yeah.
He's clearly but he's just had bad luck when it comes to that. I mean, is he going to be winning? No, he's not going to be winning like all the time, but he's definitely better than 1-7. I mean, come on.
Yeah. We've been saying that all along, that record does not reflect the teams that he's been putting out. And I don't know how in the world he's not above feet ballers, but let's give it a couple more weeks there.
Yeah, I mean, the week that I played James, I think that was the week that we were like 0.7 of a point apart or something like that.
Yeah, something tiny.
Yeah. His team is not a bad team. It is a good team. It's just bad luck. A couple things didn't go for him. I think he might have had one guy get injured that was like a higher up draft pick. So shit happens, man.
Shit happens. So that's coming out of there. Let's look to the week 9 matchups here. Talking about it, we got McGinnis going on It's What It's. The projections, and I know, we can't look at the projections. It doesn't mean shit, but they are right there.
Guys who pick these projections must have their heads so far up their asses that I can't imagine why.
Well, this one should be both up there over 100. Feet Ballers is 30 points and 91 points. So you should walk away handly. Even
until
if
Kevin realizes that he's going to actually check his shit this week. That's what's going to happen.
The Superstars lined up against the Tipsy Benchwarmers. So, she's got a win
now,
under
wait
her
a
belt.
minute. I'm not letting you out of this so easily. What is your picture? What is your guy doing? Is he dropping like a racket?
It's a flag.
Badminton? Oh, okay. I thought it was a badminton. What do they call that? Like a bird or something like that?
It does look kind of like a little birdie, but it's a flag.
I know you know this answer, Durwood. What do they call that thing that they play with in badminton?
A birdie.
They call it a cock, right?
Oh, shuttlecock.
Shuttlecock, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Damn, you guys
Shuttlecock.
do that shit like on point.
That's
what it looks like your guy's doing there.
I have no idea why my wife's family likes to play badminton so much, but everyone has like one of these little travel badminton kits, right? And they always end up some family reunion or something wanting to play badminton, and then all it turns into is jokes about cocks the entire time. About how you're hitting your cock too hard, or don't touch your cousin's cock, or something. It's just
right.
Well done. Well done. I love it.
Well, Brian, you're now the shuttlecock, so just keep that in mind. The dropped shuttlecocks. So just keep that in mind.
That's it. That's it. I'm discarding the cocks. Yeah. it's yellow and flaccid, so I just got to put it down.
Baguette.
Get these against Team Bacon, and here's another one.
That's going to be a shit matchup right there.
It's projected a little bit close, but we're pulling
Two
for
bad
Bobby.
teams.
He's on a 4-week slide. So
Claire doesn't even have 2 players in right now. She's still projected to beat him.
Oh Jesus! Oh no, go back. Here we go.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Best year ever.
Flash titties or something like that.
I didn't realize the scroll on the mouse would do that. So, here we go. Best year ever. Skeletor Martinis going up against you, Durwood. Yeah, the projections here are like.
I told
really?
you, look at the to play. There should be 9 people. I think.
9. You've got
they've got guys on
right
buys, guys on the bench, whatever.
Yeah, I've changed some of mine. I'm hoping that because I do have some pretty significant buys this week, but Lazard's supposed to come off injury reserve. They thought he was going to play last week. Hopefully he plays this week. I don't know. We'll see. I need him to come back and play strong down the stretch.
Aren't they playing tomorrow? I'm pretty sure he's on Green Bay, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he's playing tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, you're coming off of a 2-week winning streak, and he's coming off of a 3-week slide. So we'll see what happens there. And so set your line, man. Yeah.
I've got it. I've got my projection up to 97.6, but like Ashley said, it's all.
There you go. Yeah, this is all grabbed. I grabbed this last night. So, a lot of this has probably changed over there as well. So, Team Poppy against the Skeletor Viserion to hold my bleach. This is we'll see what
Poppy
Poppy can bounce back and
perform a beating. I'm gonna predict it now.
Yeah,
Poppy goes over 100 again. Delivers a beating, knocks the bleach out of his hand.
Patrick is consistently over 100, so we'll see what happens there. And then D Money against Welcome to the Nightmare. Danny said it before. He doesn't work for Tim. He's not going to roll over for him. So we'll see what happens.
See.
They're both.
Let's wait and see what the result is before we say that.
Danny's got a 4-game winning streak, and Tim is on a 3-game winning streak. So they're right there, neck and neck. But goodness gracious, he's got one less there, 115 to 87. So yeah, it is what it is. You can't look at projections. So there. Tomorrow's game, the Packers at 5.2 and the 49ers at 4-4. It's a little odd because I started looking at the standings as well, and the Packers are leading their division with the 5-2, and the 49ers are, they're the last place in their division at 4-4, but it's not, really that far off of each other. Who is favored? I got to move this because I actually did make some other notes in here.
I mean, the Packers have got to be favored by what, 10 or something?
Well, Vegas has them by 5.5. So that was one of the things. But here's the thing:
with Nick Mullins starting, are you kidding me?
As of Tuesday night, Jamal Williams and AJ Dillon, 2 of Green Bay's running backs, are on COVID. They're on COVID. They're gone. And then Kamal Martin, the linebacker of Green Bay, also was in that proximity gig, and he's gone. So that was just as of Tuesday. I don't know what it is, but those 3.
No, that makes sense. If you think about it too, Green Bay has like the worst run defense in the league or something. Maybe not worse than Dallas, but they're up there for worse. And all 49ers want to do is hand the ball off. So,
well, the other thing that the 49ers has been injury decimated, pretty much since week 2 or something like that. So I can't tell you who's favored out of here, but I could tell you that there hasn't been as much kind of debate about Green Bay and 49ers since something about Mary. So that's
there you go. Jesus.
I had to reach back in the file for that one.
Yeah, you did. Into the vault. You had to go into the vault for that one.
I got to throw something cultural in there. We can't just talk about football the whole time.
I like it.
But yeah, other than that, that was it for week 8 wrap up. Good luck at week 9. Who will win the 2020 COVID season? COVID. So, guys, share what you got. Close it out. Let me hear it. I'm
I
drinking already.
mean,
I don't know what you guys are doing, but I got a beer right here. So share it with me. So you closing. See, Derwood, he's doing research right now. So he's either answering FDM emails or he's looking at his lineup. He's trying to see how many other points he could squeeze out, or he's degenerate gambling on his other league. So
oh, you know
No,
what?
no,
Okay. No,
I
I was
did
just
do
gonna.
a little checking on my money league real quick, but
There you go.
that season's almost lost. It's going to be hard to come back in that one, but yeah, it's this matchup against Mariano is going to be interesting because just like you pointed out earlier about the points for and against, he's got a pretty strong team for where he's at. So I don't know. We'll see if Cook's got another stellar week inning. Somehow I ended up with Bridgewater as my backup QB, and that dude's as hit and miss as they come. So who the hell
Yeah.
knows?
yeah.
Who's Minnesota playing this week?
Detroit.
Oh, that's probably
So it should be a run
they've been.
fest for Cook. So
Yeah, Stafford, their quarterback, they just lost. The Lions just lost him. So
Yeah, yeah. Keep
that'll be
Delvin healthy. That's what I keep saying.
that'll be a good
I
one.
don't want to see Madison's ass out there too much. But if Dalvin's already got like 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, stop running his ass. God, how many times do I have to say this? It's ridiculous. They're going to hurt him. He's injury prone already.
Mm.
Oh, I was looking at something here about, I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff about Bill Belichick and Cam Newton and stuff, but they're apparently like riding Bill Belichick about Cam Newton because, he's playing normal Cam Newton ball, but Bill Belichick apparently believes he's better. And he's sticking to him. Cam's our guy.
Mm.
And I don't know if you saw this, Brian, but 2011 was the last time the Bills beat the Patriots.
Wow.
So, and basically it was all because of Cam Newton
Yeah. Well,
because he
yeah,
fumbled at the end there.
they've been getting the Bills. They've been getting progressively better over the years. I'm an AFC East guy, so
Yeah. You
but
love Miami.
yeah, but and so there were years where I loved it when the Patriots were crap, and then I had to live through 20 years of Tom Brady and whatever that is. So I think it's just coming back around now. The Patriots are going into the game against the Jets, who are 0-8, and the Patriots are 2-5. That's crazy to say that the Patriots are 2-5. But how much of this is also he could be absolutely right, and Cam's his guy, and Cam is better than what he is, but he's also coming into a new season. They haven't got that helmet where he can put his thing through yet, so that might be pulling strain on his head when he puts
There we
that thing
go.
on. I don't know, but he sat him down once, went over, gave him the pat that, hey, you come back or settle down or do something. But it's I don't know whether it works or not. I don't believe we're going to know in this year, and I don't believe it's take Brady out and plug Cam in and everything's honky dory.
No.
Because yeah, so
Well, remember the Patriots had like 2 or 3 defensive guys who decided not to play because of COVID this
because
year
COVID,
anyway.
yeah.
So they had like more than anybody else, I believe. But did you see this? The NFL has a 16-team playoff contingency plan. So if the shit hits the fan with COVID and it tears up, I mean, obviously for fantasy, that just I don't know
Yeah.
what the hell the fantasy is going to do with that. You're just going to lose, I guess. But if it screws up the league so much that we have to miss week after week after week, they're just going to go to a 16-team playoff
Okay.
instead.
I was wondering when they were going to come out and announce that, because surely
Well, it's
they
out there
had to have
now.
been thinking. Well, no, but they haven't made it public. Surely they had to have
Well, this
had
is
all of
public.
these things lined up.
I'm reading
Now
on
it
a
is.
public
Yeah,
website.
yeah. Well, now
Okay.
because you're educating us. This is what I like. Yeah.
You heard
I
it
mean,
here first.
That's right. They're not
breaking
cramming
news.
it down your
Hey,
throat, but
hey, just text Adam Schefter. Let him know. So
yeah,
that's yeah.
I'll let him know so he can tell you, I guess.
I'm glad that they have something lined up. I'm glad there's still football on TV, both on Saturday and Sunday. So
Yeah. I also see something where it looks like the Packers and the Texans were trying to make a trade involving Will Fuller, but I guess it didn't work out.
I picked up
Came up
at the
short.
very end of yesterday because yesterday was a trade deadline. And I remember I signed on to ESPN and they were really like, yeah, not much went on. And then they moved right along. And they actually called out how it was interesting that the Packers didn't try to pick anybody up when they knew specifically that they had lost, weapons off of the COVID thing. So
Well,
yeah.
they need they need some defensive help is what they need. Their defense is just they always need a better offensive line. That's been their MO every year for the last since they won the Super Bowl basically. But they have when Aaron Jones is healthy there, they can run the ball pretty reasonably. And of course everybody knows Aaron Rodgers is like maybe the best quarterback ever. I mean, they already want to say that Mahomes is the greatest quarterback ever, but I'm like, how about we let the guy play 5 years first?
Well, I think you need to, call him by his proper name, Hall of Famer Patrick Mahomes. So
Oh, it's Pat. It's Pat Mahomes, first of all.
just because you want to piss his
Pat
mom
McCock,
off, I get
Pat
it.
Mahomes.
Pat McGroin. There we
There
go.
you go.
Yeah. No,
Pat
I had to,
Yeah,
McCock.
Green Bay's problem is not having anybody to throw the ball to. So
Well, Devontae Adams seems to work out pretty well
well, I just went
for
through
me
and I
since
picked.
I have him, but
It was last night when I saw all of the decimation of their running backs, and I went out and picked up Dexter Williams of the Green Bay's running back. I think he's like fifth or sixth down on their roster.
Jesus
So,
Christ, Ryan.
so I'm hoping, fingers crossed, we'll see what happens
Hey,
tomorrow
if
night.
he gets the bulk of carries, he'll probably be worth at least 5 points. So that's
yeah. Well, they're
that's
projecting
better
it.
than Rex Burkhead or whatever. So
Well done. Tip of the hat to you, sir. Oh man. Yeah.
yeah,
All
this is gonna
right.
be awesome. I'm so excited to see what happens with the NFC East. That's my
Yeah.
number one like storyline right now going forward. I'm just rooting for them to lose every game from here on out.
Just to see how bad it was. I swear I remember one year that the Seahawks made it in at I think it was
7-9.
at 8-8.
Oh,
Was it
okay.
7-9? I thought it was 8-8. They were a 500 team.
I'm looking here right now. So the two worst teams to ever make it to the playoffs, 2010 Seahawks went 7-9.
It was 7-9. Okay.
And the other one was the 2014 Panthers who went 7-8-1.
Wow.
So 7-8-1 is getting pretty pathetic. If they could beat 7-8-1, I am gonna have a field day. This is gonna be
Do you know how
something special.
Do you know how angry the road team has to be to come into a playoff game and you have to go in and play 7-8, 7-9? You have to play a sub 500 team, a subpar
I don't know. It
team.
depends how easy they are.
Yeah.
If they suck, that's great. What do you mean? That's like a bye.
This is, and I'll admit it, when I was watching some of the games over the past couple of weekends, it's weird that they keep showing the stands with nobody in them, but yet they're kind of manipulating crowd noise.
Oh yeah, they have
Is
that.
is that weird? Is it only me?
No, they have it. It makes you forget. To be honest with you, they're doing a great job with it.
Well, I don't mind that
The
they're
teams
doing
that don't
crowd
have it.
noise. No, I don't mind that they're doing crowd noise. It's just when they show an empty stadium,
Boo.
it becomes weird. Yeah, and there's no booze. There's no booze.
No, there are boos.
I don't.
There are boos. They
It's
do
not for the home
boo.
team because
Okay,
they're controlling the board.
This is what I've found.
You got
Remember, I'm
homers
watching
up there on the
Sunday
board.
Ticket every week. Some of the teams are managing it more, whatever you want to
Accurately?
say, like, yeah, accurately, like it would really be. And some of the teams are just, they got some, retard in the back that's just hit it for cheer. He just mashes a big button or whatever. So, yeah.
I assumed it was the production TV
Yeah,
team
I
crew that's
think it
doing
is.
it, not so in the stadium. Is it just crickets? I don't know.
No, I think it is actually. I'm sorry, I misunderstood where you were going
You
with
think
that.
it's the TV?
No, I don't think it's the TV. I think it's actually the
It's
stadium,
the stadium
making that
people.
noise.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're partially doing it to help the players feel like, yeah, you're making $1 million this week, but if you could put some effort into it, we would appreciate that.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's got to be awkward too, because you got with it being so quiet, there's things you're
Right.
going to hear that the other team's saying that you normally wouldn't even
Right.
hear. Right? You know, defensive calls coming in, things
Yeah.
like that. That
That's true.
having some sort of background noise is got to somewhat give people
Muffle
a better
that.
comfort level while they're playing the
Just,
game.
just
Right.
imagine all the farts on the field that you hear
That's what I
now.
was thinking. Your damn left tackle bend over and squeeze one out. And you're
Yeah.
like, oh.
There's no hiding that anymore.
Plus, it hides the swearing going on too. You know that.
Oh, I
Yeah.
still
So when
love
they're
that.
recording,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Fuck.
That's
You see what
that's
I mean?
always good. Yeah, because those always
That,
slip
that
in.
makes a good, I guess, if they are piping it into the stadium instead of the production, that would probably make a good reason why they're doing that, is so they can't pick up those people hollering at each other and cussing at each other on the field as bad. Because if it was dead
Exactly.
quiet on the field, you'd pick up all kind of craziness.
All of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I got one more fact. So both of those teams that I mentioned that were 7-9 and went to the playoffs, 7-8-1, they both won their first game.
Shut it.
Yep. So I don't know what was going on that year. I mean, come on, every year we have some pansy ass teams that win their division, or wild card teams too sometimes, and they
You
squeeze
mean
in.
like Tebow and the Broncos?
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. As a matter of fact, what year was it that he went to the playoffs? Because that might have been one of these games. I don't know.
It was the year right before he went to the Broncos. Yeah, or right to the Jets. He went from Broncos to Jets, then to baseball. Yeah.
Now, was the Jets? That was after Brett Favre went to the Jets?
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't
had to
keep
be.
track of all this shit. I think it was
Yeah.
2010 was the Saints, so Brett Favre would have been at the Vikings that year.
Yeah.
So that means that might have been around it, because 2010 was the year that the Seahawks were 7-9. I don't know. Doesn't matter.
It was 2011 Broncos AFC wild card team.
Okay. So
All right.
unfortunately, it was
So
not.
Ashley said it right here. The Eagles are going to host a playoff game with a sub 500 record and win.
I don't know if they're going to win or not, but they're
First
definitely
round.
going to be hosting.
Yeah.
I don't think any of the rest of those teams have a chance, really.
Yeah. No.
I mean, if
Well,
Saquon Barkley was coming back or something, I could give the Giants a little bit of an outside shot, but we'll see. The Eagles got a couple more guys back healthy. If they can get the offensive line stabilized around Carson Wentz, they got enough offensive weapons to be the best team in that division by a lot. Their defense has the most players that might do something. So, I mean, I do think that the Eagles, they're scaring me. They might get 7 wins is what scares me out of it more than anything else. I have to take a look. Next week, tune in. We'll look at the future record or the future schedule for the
There we go.
Eagles.
There we go. We will track the NFC least and see where they're going from there. Wait
See
a minute.
what the
Okay.
schedule is like.
Well, I can tell you right here. So the Eagle. Oh, there we go. In week 10, the Eagles play at the Giants.
So that's
So
a
there you
chance.
go. So week 11, they play at the Browns.
They're not going to beat the Browns. Well,
So
the
in-
Eagles could, I guess. That's
in
what I'm
week-
saying. The Eagles are starting to get like respectable, so it's unfortunate.
In week 12, they are at home hosting the Seahawks on Monday night.
So
That's
they're not
week
winning that
12.
one.
So 13. Are you keeping the score though? Because I'm losing the track of the thing. So
No, I'm not. I'm not doing
yeah,
any
we're not
math.
adding it all
I
up.
said
So
next week, bro. You're blowing. We could have got ad money for this shit. You just
crap.
lost
Okay,
us.
I'll
You know
stop.
how much freaking bling we just lost for that shit? How you gonna make it rain if you're giving the shit away for free, bro?
There we go. All right. So keep track. We are going to
Good,
start to
good.
play. We're going to play around with the NFC least as we move on. Durwood, my friend, congratulations. Well done. Not only the individual performance record for your player, but also the top performance of the team for this week. We enjoyed
And
having
for
you
the whole
on.
year, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
individual.
Thank you so much for coming on with us, my man. Hope to see you again soon. We've had Rob was our first return. Did we have anybody else?
No, everybody else has been new,
Surprisingly, we've had Rob return twice and haven't had Tim on
and
yet.
he's 4-4.
Yeah, we haven't
Well,
had.
you tell me, right?
Yeah, we haven't had Danny back yet either, and this
No,
is our
we
first
haven't.
time having you, and you guys are leading the whole league. So well done. I'm sure we'll see you again soon, and you don't need a sponsor because you're doing so well. So
Right. We lost our sponsor anyway. We just gave all the information away for next week. So.
Yeah, you didn't tease it well.
That's right. I thought we had the tease,
Yeah.
but then somebody just
All right,
went.
gentlemen.
yeah, I know. I start running my mouth. There we go. Thinking
Nah,
about beer and shuttlecocks. So all right, tripping over
Drop.
my own cock. Yeah, there we go.
Shuttlecocks, fake shit, shit in the sheets. You know, the dynamic's been robust today.
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
We
and that's
brought
why when I load this up into YouTube, I have to click on the thing. Is this meant for children? I have to say
Yes.
no.
Strong yes. I would say a strong yes.
Be well. Thank you. Any parting words, and then we'll close it out.
No.
You good, Derwood? We'll talk to you
I'm
later.
good. All right,
Be well.
take care. Thank you guys.
All right, gentlemen. Play the music, and we're out. He's out. He already quit. That's it.
I know.
All
He's like,
right.
Jesus Christ.
He doesn't realize that.
Tired of
we're not-
hanging out with these retards. That's what
Yeah, yeah. You know, we're in small doses. We're pretty amusing, but after a while, I don't
yeah,
know.
it starts to get repeated. Then it's
Oh,
people just shake their head.
so I'm sitting there. I'm talking to folks around the thing. I'm lining stuff up for this thing. I'm talking to Danny down in District 6, and after I get off, my wife comes in the room and she says, "Do you know how loud you are, like on the phone?" And I'm just like, kind of thinking, well, I'm kind of loud anyway, but yeah, I get it. And then I said something about, but I make them laugh, and then she says, they're laughing uncomfortably, kind of at you. And then I motioned towards her and I said, well, then they're in good company. That's all she does is laugh uncomfortably at me. I gotta shave. It's like Rob says, it's neck beard November. So
That's where you should be.
yeah,
Hey,
Uh,
there's nothing wrong with not shaving.
yeah, I get there. Now that we're at home, it's about once a week. I mean, I've been barefoot since March, so it's I don't wear shoes in the house. This is it. So yeah.
Yeah, I get it. All right, man.
All right, big man. We'll holler later.
Good luck to everybody. Have a good week. Gavin, as much as I don't want to see you put people in because you're playing against me, freaking fix your lineup and spend the 10 minutes a week it takes to have a respectable team.
It's not even 10 minutes.
I'm saying 10 minutes because that's.
You could sit on the can and move.
Yes, I agree.
This quarterback who's earning points to an empty spot, that's nothing. So it'll be telling to see whether McCaffrey makes it in or not. So
we'll know if McCaffrey doesn't, because that's a freebie. But he might have to check on Sunday. So
yeah. No, I'm with you.
all right.
All right. Have a good one. We'll holler at you soon.
Buddy.
All right.